Today's final show garden is Norway's first ever entry at Chelsea. The designer, Darren Sains, is British but has been living in Norway for quite a while, designing gardens and presenting gardening television programmes. The garden explores the natural flora of Norway. So here it is, the Kebony Naturally Norway garden.
Well, the garden is really for a sort of busy family who love the outdoors, love the nature, but they like a contemporary style, something with a bit of a twist to it. Well, the idea of the garden here is to make it look as if the garden has kind of dropped into the natural environment, the valley and the natural forest, and that it blends back into a natural environment. So we're really trying to show what Norway or Norwegian landscape is actually like. When I first sat down to design the garden, and I looked out the window and I saw the sort of stunted Pinus sylvestris, I thought, I wonder if I could get one of them to Chelsea, with the rock, of course. And thankfully, there was somebody there who was mad enough to take me up on the idea and say, OK, we'll cut the rock and the tree out. The tree itself is unique. Where the position it is facing the ocean, it's really taking the battering of the storms, so it's kept it very twisted and mutilated, all the branches. It just looks perfect. It's kind of like a Norwegian version of a bonsai. We sort of see meadow flowers and planting the grasses at the front steeper, for example. Some alpines as well. Various forms of sort of wildflowers, which are quite common into Norwegian gardens. Towards the rear of the garden we can see the natural form of planting. We'll be having very large Pinus sylvestris that are 12-13 metres high, Picea morica, which is another natural plant to Norway, and a lot of silver birch, betula, multi-stems, kind of making up the natural feel. Pinus mugo, for example, because I wanted to give some shape and structure. They grow in quite a nice sort of tight round shape. The trend has been really to have clipped plants, and in Norway that's really not natural at all. Here on the right hand side we've also introduced salvias. Before obviously we're leading into the larger plants. Our special ones are the syringa, the umbrella shape with the big white flowers on. We can see steeper as the main source of planting. We're bringing salvias in and geraniums, different types of planting in there, different structured leaf, and mainly sort of white flowering. So there'll be about 5 or 6 different types of plants. We're not using many, but we're using them in big blocks here. The stone in the pathway is the national stone of Norway. It's found in certain areas and it is very unique to Norway. We're using it because of the natural colour and the structure that we're forming. Normally people recognise it for kitchen tops, so this is their first time using it for a pathway, so it's been specially made for Chelsea. The building is made of a new product called Kebony. It's a special way of treating the wood. Instead of using natural rainforest wood, which obviously is a big no-no, we're using natural pine from Norway. Putting through a special process which makes it very hard wearing and aesthetically nice. The purple roof, we've decided to have a little fun with some colours, just ready to give the contemporary style into the pavilion itself. The glass cube is our special little feature. It's not that many square metres, about 4.5, but in there we have a special fold-out kitchen. Also a couple of day beds that can come out and be used as sunbeds. And we have a shower in there and storage facility, all hidden away in this little glass cube. Obviously, a Norwegian garden can't be without water. The fjords are obviously the first thing that many people think of when they think of Norway. We put in a waterfall here that is kind of man-made, but it will be linked to the natural rock and the tree. So we're sort of trying to demonstrate nature meeting man-made materials, so to speak. I hope the visitors feel as if they've just seen a part of Norway. That's what I hope the visitors are going to get from this.